So here we will discuss about the solvent and UV spectroscopy. So solvent play an important role in UV spectroscopy. Compound peak could be obscured by the solvent peak. The solvent peak exerts a profound influence on the quality and shape of the spectrum. So a more suitable solvent is one that doesn't itself get absorbed in the reason under investigation. So the solvent lambda max or absorption maxima of ethanol, that is 204 nanometer, and specific solvent have specific absorption maxima or wavelength maxima. Wavelength is, so the specific solvent have a specific lambda max value. Just like example, ethanol have 204 nanometer, chloroform have 237 nanometer lambda max, and water absorbed at 191 nanometer lambda max. So here is some solvent having particular wavelength. Methanol and ethanol have 210 and 210 wavelength nanometer. Ether have also 210. Cyclohexane have also 210. So and dichloroethane has 220 nanometer. A suitable solvent for UV spectroscopy should meet the following requirement. It should not be absorbed in the region of under investigation. It should be less polar so that it has minimum interaction with the solute molecule. So theory for UV visible spectroscopy. So the UV visible absorption spectra originate from the electronic transition within a molecule. So these transition involving from the valence electron from ground state to higher energy state or excited state are known as or are called as electronic excitation and are caused by the absorption of radiation energy in the UV visible region of the EMR, electromagnetic spectrum. Since various energy levels of molecule are quantized, a particular electronic excitation occurs only by the absorption of specific wavelength of radiation, so corresponding to the required quantum of energy. So here is the different electronic transition shown graphically. So first is N pi transition, second according to energy level, second is pi pi transition, third is N sigma transition from left to right, fourth is pi sigma transition, next is sigma pi transition, last is sigma sigma transition. So these transition there's a sigma bonding is starting from the sigma sigma transition. So the sigma sigma transition having highest energy level from starting sigma bonding to sigma star and bonding. Next, sigma pi star having less energy level than sigma sigma transition, that is from sigma bonding to pi star anti bonding. When it is reaches from sigma bonding to pi star anti bonding. Next was pi sigma star. Here the energy is less from sigma sigma and sigma pi. When pi's bonding electron move towards the sigma star anti-bonding electron. Next, n sigma star having the less energy than other, we will discuss. Next is n sigma star transition. So n sigma star transition, when it's n non-bonding move to the move to the sigma star anti-bonding transition state. So this is known as n sigma star transition, having lower energy than others like pi sigma star transition, sigma pi star transition, and sigma sigma star transition. Next is pi pi star transition. When pi bonding electron moves to the pi star or anti-bonding. So here energy is less consumed than others like sigma and sigma star transition, pi sigma star transition, sigma pi star transition, and sigma sigma star transition. And at last, very less energy consumed by the n pi star transition when it moved from non-bonding to pi star anti-bonding transition state. So that is the possible electronic transition can we can graphically demonstrate according the according to their energy. Thank you.